Have you ever thought that you're two different people, or you're living two different lives, or in some cases, depending on who you are and I guess how old you are and in what you've become, maybe it's more than two people. These lives that you're living. It's interesting when you think about identity and what identity really means. And it's not bad living two lives or even multiple lives or maybe even multiple personalities, who knows? But you often ask yourself, which version of you do you need to be the most successful version of yourself or identity? See, identities change over time, and I think that we need to be conscious of those identities and when to use them and when to not, and when to understand what person you need to be or who needs to show up. I think where we struggle with this is we get so attached to that identity of who we are, then when we become a different version of that, or when circumstances or things take place, opportunities open up, and then we become a different version. But we were so attached to that identity that when things got different, it's very hard to embrace. It's very difficult to handle. And I know I went through this multiple times in my life, multiple times in my career and business. Multiple times I've had to become a different version of myself in order to either fix a problem, right? Or overcome a challenge or obstacle, or really go around things, avoid things, conquer things, and then of course to have some elements of success and failure along the way. Identities are not permanent. Identities are hats that we need to be able to wear and wear comfortably. We need to become different versions of ourselves to make sure that we can ultimately go through life with a fighting chance. And I'm not saying that you should be somebody different. I'm not saying that at all. You should be yourself. And the older that you get, the more that you don't give a fuck what other people think. It's not about you worrying about what people think about you. That's not why we shape into this identity. It's to win. Think about all the greatest people that had to shift into different versions of themselves. Think about the comic books. Think about Batman. Think about Superman. I've spoke about this on a lot of stages. Sometimes you got to suit up. Sometimes a different version of you needs to show up to win. So I hope this provoked a little bit of positive change in you today. I know it did me. Let's get out there and provoke positive change in others. Talk to you soon.